Hi there, I'm Mike, and I have another one of these videos for you. Yeah, I'm doing a quick review because this time I'm taking a look at the heavy Battle Droid. Now, I had a couple people concerned that my normal reviews are going away and I'm just going to do these. That's not the case. I'm only going to do these for figures that I've basically already reviewed, but I want to talk about and want to give my opinion about because people will ask for it. And if I don't do it, I'll get thousands of questions. So I'm just going to make a video about them. This one's the heavy Battle Droid. I've already done a Battle Droid review. If you want to see that, I'm sure there's a link somewhere around here. But in the meantime, I'm going to take a look here at the heavy Battle Droid. It's a GameStop exclusive, just like Jedi Knight Revan. He's another in the Gaming Greats subline. And again, I really hope we see more figures coming from this line. I don't know if they're all going to be repaints or some unique figures, but I would love just to see more video game themed characters, especially around Knights of the Old Republic, especially around Dark Forces. There are lots of video games I'd like to see made. Obviously, a lot of people will go to like Force Unleashed. Yes, all of those. More Battlefront 2, the original ones, the newer ones. I'd like to see them all. But for now, we've got two figures in this subline, and it's just really cool. I just want to kind of get this going real quick so you can kind of see it. Gaming Greats. On the side here, you got heavy Battle Droid. This is the bio on the back. If you want to just kind of read that real quick, I'll read it out loud. Heavy Battle Droid. Star Wars Battlefront 2 features heavy battle droids, modified B1 battle droids armed with heavy blaster rifles and shield emitters to deflect most incoming enemy fire. And then on the side, we have the Gaming Greats heavy battle droid logo there. So it's definitely like a subline there. I like it. I'm going to go ahead and get them out of the box. If you watch my Battle Droid review, one of the things I said in it is this is exactly what I want. I want battle droids with just different styles, different colors, different... Like, they can honestly repaint these a rainbow of colors, and I'll buy them all. Because that's exactly what I want from battle droids. I want to have a reason to buy a lot of battle droids. And I always feel dumb just buying the same battle droid over and over again. I mean, I know that's how they are in the movie, but I don't like feeling like I'm buying the same character over and over again. So if you give me a reason, literally any reason, I'll buy it. So here he is out of the package with all of his accessories kind of hanging out there. Now we're going to take a look at all the accessories, but I also have an original battle droid to kind of compare him to right here. Now I'm using the little triangle stands that came with some of the exclusive figures last year. I think they fit the foot of the battle droid really well. Haven't had any issues with them falling over since I've been doing it. So if you have a couple of those triangle stands rolling around, I recommend using them for these because the ones they came with don't really need them. So as you can see here, it's the same figure. The only difference between these figures is the paint. I will say though, after playing with it for a little bit, the joints on this one are a lot stiffer. I actually have been afraid that I was going to break some of the joints because they're so tight. The neck here is tight. The wrists are super tight. Everything else has been pretty good, but the wrists and the neck here, which are very shallow joints, I've been very afraid to kind of mess with them because of that. But first, I just want to look at this guy. Look at this paint job, the black. And I don't know if it's a red or brown. I'm super colorblind. I'm gonna guess brown. That's what it looks like to me. I love the look of this. I love all of it. Now, of course, his backpack is removable if you want to take it off. And if you want to, you can put one of these bad boys on here. And that kind of goes on like that. And I like the look of that, but I actually bought two of these guys just so I could have one of each going on. It's one of the few times I've ever bought multiple figures like that. But I like the look of the regular backpack. I've always been a regular backpack kind of battle droid guy, so on this one we're gonna stick with that. Now his antenna here does raise up like so. Just to give you a little rundown on the articulation, his head moves, a little ball joint swivels around. Actually, it's a ball joint up in here. He has a little hinge right there. This actually pops up as part of the transformation, which I'll get into in a bit. His arm moves out this far, which is not a lot, but it's not none. It obviously moves all the way around. He has an upper bicep swivel like this. His elbow moves pretty far forward. I'm gonna move this towards the middle. He's got a joint here and at the wrist, and then his wrist is also hinged like that. He's got a weird joint here. It does allow for some movement forwards and backwards, but it's not a straight twist. In fact, I'd be very careful because mine looks like it might be a little stressed right here. Now his legs move super far forward and back. That's pretty nuts there. His legs have a little bit of a spread like that. He doesn't have any kind of thigh swivel. He does have a very deep single bend joint right there. And that's, again, partially for the transformation. It's not really a transformation. He has a hinge here at the ankle as well as a pivot. And also it rotates this way. So he's got a decent amount of articulation. Obviously it's the same as the old one. I always like to have them with their legs bent a little bit. Although I don't know why, I have a hard time getting mine to stand. That'll work. So he's just standing straight up with his arms weirdly to the side. Now let's look at what he comes with. Obviously I talked about his little antenna right here, which is an alternate look. He comes with this weird, I mean, this is a weird choice. I don't know if like they have this in the game. I haven't played Battlefront 2. I have played the original Battlefront, and when I say the original Battlefront, I mean the 2015 version. I've obviously played the first 2 Battlefronts that came out back in the early thousands or mid thousands or whatever. But this is the First Order one. This is actually the same one that came with the First Order Stormtrooper that was an Amazon exclusive, and it came with the San Diego Comic-Con Sith Trooper, but it was red on that one. He doesn't come with like the stand that props this up, but I guess you can probably put this in his hand, but I honestly don't think I ever will. He comes with the same Battle Droid blaster that the regular Battle Droid came with, which is good because he should. And then he comes with this blaster rifle, which is actually my favorite thing to put into his hands. Just to give him a little bit more diversity, I guess. Now, before I put anything in his hands, what I'm going to do is kind of fold him up. So this is how, as far as I know, you do this. The legs come up like so. You need to turn his forearm so it's kind of flat so that you can kind of put his arm up like this so it kind of hangs out like that, and just have him grab his own leg. Now this one I think is starting to stress a little bit, so I'm just going to be a little careful with it. I think it's the paint on these that's causing the joints to be a little tighter, but if you heat it up a little bit, everything's okay. That's what I did. So when I first started messing around with it, I noticed that it was starting to stress, so I actually just went in to heat it up a little bit. And actually the heat, fun fact, if you heat up a stressed joint, those stress marks actually go away. So if you've got any white stress marks, just heat it up. This one's always hard to get in around his leg because of the way that it's molded. He looks like he's taking a squat to take a poo, or he is hugging himself in the shower, something like that. And then his neck comes up like this, and the whole thing's going to come down like that. So that's more or less him hanging out like that. And then he can stand. At least I've gotten my other ones to stand before. It's all about just finding that center of balance. And I did actually forget one extra thing here. His gun does fit into the backpack like it should. I have troubles getting him to stand on this one, so I'm just gonna put his foot in here to kind of hold it up like that. I've never had trouble getting this one to stand up in his little folded up kind of way. That's pretty much it for getting him into his little balled up form. It's a neat little thing that it can do. In fact, I would say it's necessary. If your Battle Droid doesn't do that, it's not good. It's not right. The Battle Droid should be able to ball up, and it's probably the best thing about this little guy is that he can do that. I don't think I'd like him as much if he couldn't. Now, I usually give him this gun right here, and then there we go. So that's how mine kind of hangs out on my shelf now, just like this. Oh, and the antennas come up. There we go. So I honestly don't know what score I gave this one off the top of my head, but whatever I gave it, I'm gonna give this heavy Battle Droid one the same score. He's the same figure, but a better, cooler paint sculpt, but not movie accurate. It's from a video game. And he comes with more accessories. So if anything, I'm gonna give him a higher score. If I scored mine down, and I'm gonna put this on the screen, but if I scored mine down on paint and sculpt or accessories, I'm gonna move those points up to full. The only thing I am gonna dock it on is it is a GameStop exclusive, just like the Darth Revan or Jedi Knight Revan or whatever. So I'm gonna dock it just a little bit for that because GameStop is terrible and I don't like that they do these exclusives because they charge more for them, and GameStop, it's just awful. I did pre-order mine, so it's nice to have to go around hunting for it. That is nice. And I did get a bit of a discount on it, which is also nice because they had that bag deal going on where if you buy a $5 tote bag you save 20%. So I actually threw some other figures on there just to kind of make that worth it, and that was nice of them to do. It was nice of me to get. So I'm glad I have it. I'm glad I have this figure. It definitely looks good in your collection. So if you're looking for more battle droids, if you want more battle droids on your shelf, if you want a bigger battle droid presence, but you're tired of just buying the same B1 battle droid, I think it's number 83 in the line, then this is a must-have. I think he is a little bit more expensive, so maybe you don't buy a bunch of them, but 1 or 2 is definitely worth it. Or 3 if you want to give them, all 3 weapons. That's up to you. You can do that. But I definitely like having 3 battle droids on my shelf. They look fantastic. So that's it for my heavy battle droid review. Let me know what you think of this review style. This is my second video like this, just because it's easier to sit down and record, and I just talk off the top of my head. I don't script it. I don't have a photo shoot. I don't have a bunch of different things I've got to do. I sit down, I play with the toy, I talk about it. I'm not gonna do this for every figure because I think a lot of people like my full reviews where I have pictures and it's a scripted review. So I like doing that. I think people like doing that. That's not going away. I'm working on my Mandalorian review right now. So sit tight, that's coming, but these just came out and I just really wanted to get them done so I don't feel like everything's kind of piling up. So now that I have these done, I'm going back to the figures I've missed in the series. So look forward to that on my channel. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know, did you get this? Did you want this? Do you like this style video? I love to read and respond to those. I'd also like to take a moment to thank these people for supporting me on Patreon. These people supported me at the Black Series level or higher. Thanks so much, guys. It means a lot to me. If you want to see your name on this list, you can head out to my Patreon page, see if it's right for you. If not, there are a couple different ways that you can support my channel down in the downstairs area. Up to and including liking, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, all that stuff goes a long way to helping the channel out. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.